Yeah, so I mean, there you have our 2 music videos for the week: Stoneboy with JJJ and Kitty featuring Black Sheriff with Lomo Lomo. Yeah, it fits into our conversation for today. But today, I have right here in the studio a legend, a friend, and somebody you've seen on the show for some time. But today, she decided to show face. She actually had to fly into the country to be on the show today. Yeah, I like the way she's looking at me. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I have Frederick Chambers, who is a legendary producer right here in Ghana. Edem. Hey, you know I nearly called you Edwin. Edem Mensah, who is an entertainment journalist. And then Sakina, all the way from London, joining us today. But today she's not joining us via Zoom. Today she's here in person. How are you doing, lady and gentlemen? Uncle Fred, how you doing?
You can't complain.
You can't complain? Really?
Once the rainbow drops, that is definitely God will see us through.
Yeah. You see, and you know, toa.
Nyankunton kunya, we heard the unyami bay.
Oh, okay. Nyankunton kunya.
You know, when the rainbow it drops, it goes down slowly. At the end of the day, it drops somewhere. So we are looking up to God.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we are only just a vessel. So when you are leaving your home, you say, we call Abba.
Oh, okay.
And Yami, we call Abba. Yami, I'm going. By God's grace, I'll come back. Don't say I'm going, coming back just now. No.
Oh.
Because the next minute, it doesn't belong to you.
Oh, so it's wrong to even say, Chalade, go come right?
No, it's very wrong.
Me call Yami Aduma. Nice one. Thank you. I can see Sakina is shocked.
No, I'm learning.
You're learning a lot, huh?
I'm enjoying Uncle
But how you doing, Sakina?
I'm very well.
I mean, it feels so good to have you here in the studio.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
I mean, I've had you on like twice, 3 times.
Yes.
I think we lost count.
Yes.
So yeah,
too many times.
You've been a good addition to the show, by the way. So
thank you.
I really appreciate you being here with us. And then also my good friend who has been celebrating birthdays all over the place, has been in the thick and thin of things, has had fights over time with some people, has actually decided to school people on what music is and G sharp and everything. You know what I'm going with this.
I know, right?
Anyways, but how you doing?
Oh, cool.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You've been very busy.
I mean, we are out with the new song, Empress Gift You Watch Me. So, I mean, we're doing a lot of activation. Then 1957.
Congratulations on your is it employment or appointment?
Yeah, appointment.
Yeah, nice one.
So we are doing rhythms on the runway. Sunday we are doing model casting. So if you believe you have that confidence to be on the runway, you can exhibit the pattern and symbol by the designers with some poise. Just come to the African Region Hotel on Sunday, 10 a.m. We are doing the audition to get the people. You know, we want to support the fashion industry, and that's what we've been doing for the past 14 years. We want to create the enable platform for them to project their craft. So November 30th is coming on, so we are on. That's why maybe I've been missing in action.
That's nice. Kiodi, I'd love to be on the runway, you know.
Yeah, Omar Osanda was on last year.
Yeah, he was on last year. So this year, I'm going to be on the runway, yeah. You know, I'm going to do my own thing. Will I be a good model? I don't even know. But yeah,
try.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Today, we are having a very interesting conversation. We are looking at what actually makes a hit song. And, you know, we throw it all about everywhere, like, oh, a hit song, and everything. Let me start with you, Fred, who happens to be a producer. Who is a producer who cooks songs. And I know this may sound very, but what kind of question is this? But we just want for education purposes. What is a song? Let's start at that basic.
A song is a composition of rhythm, lyrics, and the melodies, put together with instruments. Or maybe instruments. People don't think that playing guitar or conga or drums is an instrument, but your voice too is an instrument. That's why you have a cappella music. Without it, it can also sound very well. Then music composition thrives on 3 things. That are 3 components that I would say: timing, tuning, and tempo. The video that you just play have all these
3 things.
Yeah, 3 things in it. The timing, how speed you want your music to go, to dance to. Because there's certain music that you have to do for reflections. So you don't need to move fast. That's why if you see a lot of radio personality in the afternoon jam, while you are eating, you need to digest the food. So you need some kind of slow song with strings to whet your appetite. So there are different forms of music.
So songs like I Look to You.
That's right. Or if you want to make love, Sexual Healing is there for you to be in that kind of ambience. And if you have a lot of time signatures.
Yeah.
That what you play for Stone Boy is 3/4 time signature, and then 6/8 the Agbaja type of music. And then Kiddy's own is 4/4. It resonates that of Camilo's song, what we call Sugar King. You know that Sugar King?
Yeah.
That actually was from Sexual Healing. All the chord progressions are Sexual Healing progressions, but because of the things like the time, tuning, and tempo, he fasted the tempo and then it became high life. So music, or song especially, this is what I can say about a song. That's right.
All right. Now, Sakina, we always hear a hit song. To you personally, what actually qualifies a song as a hit song to you? Is it because it's on repeat on your playlist? Is it because you know how to sing it, a friend knows how to sing, another friend knows how to sing it? Or once you sit in your car, you tune to this radio station, they're playing it, you tune to that radio station, they're playing it, to the next radio station, they're playing it, then it qualifies, then there's a hit song. What qualifies as a hit song for you?
For me as a consumer, not talking about the work, not working in the world of music, to be I just got to feel it. And when I say feel it, I don't mean just my waist moving. Some music, like Uncle Frank said, it just hits inside. Whether it's fast.
The Gen Z say it slap.
Yes, it slaps. Seriously, there's music that is in my playlist that is not fast tempo, is not slow tempo. It's just all different things. And my playlist is all the way up and down. But they all inside me. They do something to me, whether I'm lying down quietly, whether I'm taking a slow drive, which I actually don't do that much, or I drive fast. It has to really hit within me for me to say, yeah, I'm buying that. And I buy all the music that I have on my playlist. So I'm not one of those people that I don't believe in downloading. You have to pay for it, because how are they going to make the music? But anyway, for me, it has to hit me for me to say I'm feeling it. And most of the time, if I'm feeling it, I will tell everybody in my world, you got to get this. And I don't come from a world of Afrobeats music is my favorite. My favorite music is house music, especially Philadelphia soulful house. That's my music. But I listen to everything.
But wait, so house music, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, is it music without lyrics?
No, you can get house music with lyrics. But it's mostly
most of
the
them
beats
are
and
the beats and it's like consistent.
It's the instrumentals and stuff like that they put in there.
Okay. So that's what qualifies it for it. It has to hit.
It has to hit.
Wherever it's hitting, I don't even know, but it has to hit some.
Whether I'm going into a Daddy Lumba, or I'm going to a Shatawale, or I'm going to a Stone, or I'm going to Black Coffee, or I'm going to Craig David, it hits. It has to hit. To me, there's no genre and there's no time on it. It has to hit. So when people talk about genres, that also annoys me as well, because if you put a cap on a genre, that means you're basically saying that artist cannot be free to reign and do what they want. And I don't like things like that. You, as a creative, you should be able to flow. And if you want to flow and do this today and do that today, that's creativity. So but that's talking about something else. But yes, it has to hit to me, and that's what it is.
For you, Eddie, how about you? I mean, what makes a song a hit song for you?
I think for a song to hit, it's like a product. If there is too much demand for the product, then it means like the product is the hottest on the market. So, I mean, when we say demand in music, it's the consumption. If the consumption is so high, then it means the song is hit. And luckily for us, in this era, we have a lot of parameters or KPIs for us to see that, okay, this song is a hit. You know, in terms of the digital stores, I mean, you go to every playlist and you have a song in the playlist. And I mean, you go to YouTube and you are seeing the numbers, you are seeing the comments. Then some of them, because of, now the introduction of Reels. Reels is to help, promote music. Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. With TikTok, you can even see the number of videos people have done with a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that shows you how popular or big that song is on those platforms. Then you go into the various music stores. I mean, some of the music stores, at the end of the quarterly, they have like charts they do.
Yeah.
The numbers,
Top 10, top 100.
Yeah, the numbers these songs have clocked, and even some platforms like iTunes, you can just check it. Right now, we can check and we can see the songs.
The top 10 songs in
Yeah,
Ghana.
you understand. Then, I mean, aside all of this, when it comes to the traditional media, some are doing, I mean, charts,
Charts,
and I hear ChannelOne.
Yeah, the
are
Channel
coming
One countdown. Yeah,
Yeah, you're coming
it's
to do
on,
countdown.
it's on.
Some are doing charts, so maybe you go to a dome chart and it's there. You go to this chart, you go to city, so you check the charts and it's like there are some songs which are running through all these charts.
All right.
Certainly, it gives you the indication that the song is big, and there are the parties and weddings too. I mean, you go to some of these programs and these songs cut across. Then it tells you that something is happening. And that aside, there is that. I mean, it's not scientific, but there is that feeling, natural feeling that Charlie, this song blow.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's not scientific, but that thing is there. Oh, Charlie, you know that this song, there you go.
It's a feeling.
Yeah, so I mean, you put together all of these, I mean, dynamics, and clearly you were able to say that, Charlie, this song is popular or known everywhere.
All right. Now, Uncle Fred, when I mean, you have produced a good number of hit songs in Ghana. I mean, it's, we can confidently say so. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now, when the artist walks into the studio, every song, does an artist walk into the studio with a hit song for every song they come to produce, or for some of them, oh, don't worry, I just want to produce this and add it to my catalog. If it doesn't hit, I am fine. Or for them, it is, once I've entered the studio and Uncle Fred is playing some music or some rhythm for me, my lyrics on this, it has to be a hit song.
It encompasses all that you said. Some people have EPs, albums. You still want to resonate with the public, so there are different genres of music that should fall under the album. I have reggae, I have high life, maybe some blues to add. So really, not in that way, but there are some people, in terms of the novice in the music industry,
yeah.
when they come, Charlie, they want their music to hit. So they come with the idea. Some of them don't know anything about keys. But these days, because of education and then the social media, at least, most of them have learned. Unlike previous 30 years ago.
Have you worked with an artist who came in and didn't know anything about keys?
I came from the Western region. I don't want to mention that particular space. And at that time, Dasobe Jamina and Kofi B,
Yeah.
they were my studio assistants. Anybody who comes there, they are facing problems with lyrics. They will try to correct them and then back them. They was trying to sing a song of an answer story. Important Tiamwa. Then they said, play. Important Tiamwa. Hey! So I said, you look up at Charlie Frederick, my this is where was I going to get it? So it took Kofi B to decode that song for me. That I was able to. So these are kind of the problems that we face. Some others do come. There was one guy who came to my studio. At that time, there was a studio at Mateko called CHM.
CHM.
There was a certain guy called Cropper, he's dead. But they started the studio before even Reggie Watson played. There was a certain guy that he didn't know how to play the keyboards, but he knew only one or two fundamentals.
Yeah, do re mi fa sol
A
la
guy
ti do.
came there, and then he wanted to collect the job, so he just called the guy and said, let's go to Freddie studio and program. Because they were programming at my studio and send it to.
Yeah.
So when he came to the studio, the guy decided to play the keyboard. Don't know me, the guy was a professional keyboardist. So he said, give me C minor 7 suspended 6. Hey, Charlie. Oh, Charlie, the guy started sweating. Oh, Charlie, boss, let's play it anyhow. So no, give me that kind of call.
Wow.
So he said, next time,
Yeah.
if you don't know anything, something, let somebody teach you. When I came, he told me that you could play any kind of, give you C minor suspended so you can't even play. So these are kind of these things, the things that happens in the studio. But as a musician, once he comes with an idea, I want my sound to sound like this one. You have a bit of that one, change it through the keys in terms of the tempo and the tuning. That's what I was saying. If you don't get tuning correct, it will worry you. So if you listen to the songs of old from the 1960s coming. Because there were no synthesizers and keyboards, for them to tune it to the piano on C, most of them are distuned. When you take it on, in terms of the keys, most of them are distuned. So proper music in terms of tuning started coming when the synthesizers came, because now you could program it and say, give me C, it will give you C on that kind of 44.1 kilohertz or something of that sort. That's what the frequency will. So anywhere that you go, it will give.
So having your right key also contributes to your song. Oh.
But with these days, the problem is that most of the DAW, digital audio waves that we are using in the studio, have a lot of effects that I can embellish your song.
Yeah.
When if you go wrong on the keys, I can just put them. But when we are going to perform, that's where
there's an issue.
it will expose you.
Wow.
So we have people that they are recording artists and some to performing artists. So all this, when you come, I will, try to educate you on all those things. There are some people who are very good songwriters, but they are not good singers.
But Uncle Fred, so you are producing the beat. When you're producing the beat, has there ever been a time where you've produced your own beat? Say, okay, I've produced this beat, this is there. An artist comes and you're like, wait, you have these lyrics, I have this beat, I think this beat will work best for you. So at that point in time, do you produce the beat with the mindset that this is going to be a big song?
And beat is relative. Now, if you look at the song that I produced, okay. At that time, reggae in terms of was reigning in terms of the music, reggae and hip life. So the lady, in terms of how she wanted the lyrics to flow, thought that when I do that reggae vein, that of bass line, that was what we're going to catch up, and really it caught up. So it depends on the kind of, if you look at from 1993 coming, most of the songs, there are transitions till 2004, 5 days, that Furian Bonsan and those kind of songs started using high life and then hip life. They call it contemporary high life. For instance, when I did Furian Bonsan's first song, at that time, the Kool and the Ghana had come to Ghana. In 1990, the Kool and the Ghana, and it was Resoma who, so their kind of song, gathered on it, kind of rhythm. So Lumba wrote mostly on those kind of rhythms. And when Kojonchi also came, he wrote on Afrobrodi's kind of rhythm. If you go back and listen.
All right.
So every generation has the kind of song that people want to relate to. That's right.
All right. Now, Sakina, let's come to now our substantive conversation for today. What actually qualifies a song to be classified as a hit song? Because, Adam, I like what he said. He said, like, oh, this song, it is everywhere. So people are listening to it, which then feels like, oh, it is a hit song. But then, is it possible that everybody is listening to it, but it's not a hit song? So what qualifies a song as a hit song?
That last hook you just added in there now has made my head go tune. I ain't gonna lie. Because that is actually true. That in some regions and some local areas, it could be a hit and it doesn't go any further. But then that's also down to the team and the artists, because sometimes their plan is not for it to go far. And some of them, their plan is to go far, but they don't have the mechanisms or the know-how to make it go far. But for me, to make a song a hit song, and what makes it a hit song is the consumer. And I say that because you as an artist, and we've experienced it with all of our artists in the careers of music, can say today that, yeah, I'm going to release this song and it's going to be banging, and the consumer said, boo. And then you release another song which was not in your plans to be anything, it was just something to pass time or what we call disposable music. They released it and then the consumer's like, wait, this is crazy, this is good stuff. So the consumer always dictates how fast and how slow you're going to go. But sadly, unfortunately, we're not always ready with a plan B to say, okay, the consumer has spoken today. Even though I want it to be a hit song, I'm going to put all my money in it. And the consumer's like, no, I don't want it. And they're still pushing. They don't have a plan B. They're not looking, they're not listening to what the people are saying. Whereas a song could be the hit song and it's charting, it's doing all the things which they had no plans for, but it's doing it. So you need a plan B to say, okay, what backups can we do to make sure that this resonates stronger, that it has a stronger longevity, that it's hitting all the right places. But ultimately, what makes a hit song is whoever's going to decide to pay for it. Because when it's paid for, when it's downloaded, when it's streamed, whether you're using streaming markets or whatever, everything's charted. everything is recorded globally. So they can see where this music is being played. You can say it's #1, but the stats are there and it tells you it's not #1. So regardless, whatever the consumer does, whether they play it locally in a bar, with a DJ, in a club, in a party, in a wedding, wherever, it will always be recorded. You think to yourself, how? It is possible and it is recorded, and that's what depicts whether it is going to be a charting song. And some songs, sadly, we as consumers will sit there and think, yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But then it starts to move in certain regions that make it something, and you're like, wait, bring that back again. Let me hear it again.
Yeah, let me hear it again.
Exactly, and then that's how people cotton on. So again, I think it's also about education, knowing your market, knowing what you're doing, and also being ready with a plan B. Don't just think and be static and say, I'm going to do this and that's it. But make sure you have the right people and the right engines behind you to actually filtrate the market in those different areas that people are listening on the ground. They're not listening to what they want to hear. They're listening to what the ground is saying, what the people are saying. And I always say, never forget and never despise anybody, because you never know, today somebody's listening to it and make it something, and tomorrow maybe not, but everybody will play a part into it, whether it's my mum who's 80 plus sitting at home, or whether it's the young kid walking on the street and they're just adding their own little rhymes. That's what builds up, like Adam said about the streaming platforms. That's what builds those up. Places like all the social media platforms, they never actually got involved in the music side, but they now are, because that is where the money is at. That's where it is. That's why you see TikTok. You can actually have your pages with all of your music there, which leads you back to your main account, which leads you to people buying their music, that allows people to do reels. TikTok, you can actually see if a song is streaming or not streaming. But all of these different platforms, whether they're underground platforms or they're mainstream platforms, they all come back to a same hub that generates, this is going to be the #1, this is going to be Rolling Stone's #1, Apple's #1, whatever it may be. But for me, it's always down to the consumer, because they say it.
Now to you, Adam, I mean, you are a PR guy and you know how much PR plays a critical role in some of these things. Now, looking at marketing, advertising, all of these things, especially in the PR space and all, how critical is this also in contributing to a song becoming very big or a hit song? Because if I have the budget, I may have a good song, good hook, good lyrics, good production, but I don't have the money. You may have, no you end up, but yeah, somebody else may have whack song, whack lyrics, in my opinion. This song is done, but the person has the budget. So how critical is this in actually promoting a song to actually get into that point where it becomes a hit song?
I mean, PR is very important. I mean, because you need to create awareness for the song. You want people to go and listen as a masses. But if you even look at the cycle people go through to make purchase decision, I mean, when they discover there is a need that, okay, I need to buy shoes, they search for information. After their need, okay, shoe, then they search for information. What kind of shoe? So how do people who are searching for a certain information get availability, a certain awareness? So you need to create the awareness. Because when those people come, that is where they will look at it and, okay, compare it to another thing before they make that purchase decision. So how are you creating awareness for the song? How are you making sure, I mean, what we call like neuromarketing, how are you making people bond with a song? That's why recently people are doing a lot of content creation for song. You see artists, Empress Gifty is out with her new song, Watch Me. We are trying to give people sneak peek studio sessions. We are releasing videos of studio sessions. Why? Someone watched it, I checked the comment and somebody said, I've fallen in love with the song more than even when I heard it. Why? Because we are giving you the emotions in the studio. We want to create a bond between you and the song. So you need to play all of these psychological games to be able to get the person of the song. I mean, and you know, when it comes to PR, in terms of the media, we have the paid media, we have the own media and earned media. So the artists, what are you using your platform, which is the own media,
your own Facebook page, your social media pages,
earned media. So people create a certain content put it on their page, which is their own media. Then based on how, what do I say, how
People interact with it?
no, how the video is creative,
Okay.
they are able to get earned media from it, meaning people are going to share. Then the thing goes viral. Then you also add your bit, which is the paid media, where you can pay a DJ, you can pay a TV station.
Say that
you can
again.
pay
You can pay a who?
a DJ.
You can pay a who?
DJ.
You can pay a who?
A DJ.
Thank you very
A
much.
TV station, what do? They are giving you rotation so that there is a certain consistent play on their airwaves. And now, when you are promoting song, there is a digital aspect where you can do in-stream ad. So, like, you have the in-stream ad, some Google ads, and some even do the YouTube ad. And even including socials, you can do a sponsored ad, which is part of paid media. So, I mean, simplistically, you can use the three PR media, which is the paid, the owned, and the earned media, to make sure you drive the song. And you should be able to create some conversation among others around the song so that people keep hearing the song. You put the thing just in their faces, so that will be able to go down.
All right, Uncle Fred, you want to add anything?
That is spontaneous, hits. For instance, last year I did a song for a lady called Cobra. Probably a Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a cool
Yeah, viral.
you know, she didn't have the budget for it.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. She didn't have the budget.
Because I remember when I was talking about the budget, you sighed.
And even the voice even for it.
Yeah.
That little 3 minutes, it took me about 3 days for me to record that because he didn't know how to sing. But I saw that the lyrics, resonated
It's
with people.
relatable.
And fortunately, it came at a time that this kind of political parties, one had absorbed itself from the main political, talking about Alan
Cash.
and somebody used that video and trimmed. Cobra. Because
At the point you were producing it, did you know it was, or you were just doing it to pass?
no, in fact, I must be honest, the original song, they did bought the original song, but when I listened to her voice, Charlie, it didn't resonate before Charlie product when it comes from Frediman's studio. Frediman, after all your experience, cry, didn't tell this lady that she can't sing. So I made somebody sing for her. She came back 2 weeks later and said that she wanted to sing. So I had to take my time, record it, and then put them in pieces. So if you can remember, when she came to our show on Nanama's program, she couldn't even sing one when the whole music itself was playing.
I'm sure, Sakina, you're a bit lost.
No.
You know Cobra?
Yes.
Cobra. Oh,
Yes.
okay, all right.
Yeah, but the lyrics speaks to all that when you are with somebody, today, Sakina is with me, but inside her, she has something against me. And that was the important message that she put across. So sometimes a song can make a hit based upon the exigencies of time. What is really happening?
They got an earned media. Maybe somebody put it on social media, which was the own media of the someone's own media. And because of maybe the message and other things in the song, certain dynamics in the song, it got an earned media. So what it means is that artists need to take good advantage of their own media. Because when you use the own media well, you can get an earned media without paying for it.
All right. But, Uncle Fred, I like the Cobra example because a lot of times people always just get it home like, oh, the beat must hit. I was say beat and I was say jamming. Oh, we should be able to dance to it and everything. How critical is lyrics in contributing to a song becoming a hit song?
Yeah, it depends on what is available at that time in terms of, for instance, if you listen to Kim Palute's song, the one that the Bawumia used was
Makuma.
This is a Thanksgiving song.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Kim Palute went to the studio, he was reminiscing life in terms of the struggles that he had gone through music. So he was talking about his own life. That now that he's gotten the pedestal in terms of where he was riding to, or the establishment, he will give glory to God. Unfortunately, that message resonated with someone that, look, I needed this one to fall on. So on that very day that the song played and the people started jumping to it, she had to catch it in.
Yeah.
So some of them, they are spontaneous. That you come to the studio, you have an idea that this song, I want to use it to appease myself. But later, it also goes back to also appease other people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to cash in on that one.
Yeah.
So song hits. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the jurisdiction that you are.
Find yourself in, okay.
I was saying that it doesn't matter the kind of instrumentation. Then if you talk of that kind of fine instrument, then our young crow that is played, it cannot even make a hit. But Marley made a hit by strumming the guitar on Paris. Oh, Paris, just the robot. It's one of the greatest songs in the world. But it only consists of guitar and voice only. No synthesizers and a whole lot of. So people consume music and make a hit based upon what they relate to. I love a hymn a lot. I just play a hymn and somebody dashed me a car. Yeah, Captain of Israel Hosts.
Captain of
Israel Hosts. I played it nicely. The someone says, "Oh, Charlie, I have a small car there. I use okay. Somebody has that shoe. That one up here. God bless her. But I think the petrol cost in Ghana is very high. I have a small car in the house. You have serenaded me. I want to give it to you as a gift on your birthday. There's only few electrical problems. I just want to take it. So, as them was saying, when you have your own media, so I have my own church here on Sundays that I play hymns for the past 4 years. The kind of constituency that I have gotten, the kind of collection, small, so no could feel. I prefer you have serenaded me. Totally, I like this one. Oh, you play this.
So, Momo for you.
So all this came when the COVID came. COVID, when the day that I announced the COVID, my last account in my was 1,000 Ghana cedis between my family and 1,000. I played that hymn. That hymn gave me almost about 15,000 Ghana cedis, and then I started doing that one. And, so I have built my image on the social media apart from Facebook. I said I meant to talk TikTok, but I don't have time, you know.
To me,
so I'm only on Facebook only. Yeah. But the kind of traction, the kind of I also write a lot.
Yeah.
I share jokes. Yeah. When people come into the office, I can say, Charlie, you said something. Don Pierre was telling me that she gave me that thing because of the article that I wrote. I was even joking that if you have money and don't buy pizza, go and buy cement. Because in the Bible, land is mentioned 1,670 times.
Pizza
land. The only closest name to pizza is Peter.
Okay, all right. Let's hold it there. But that was a bar.
Yeah,
that was a bar.
That's right.
The only closest name
to
pizza is Peter. So essentially, pizza was not even mentioned in the Bible. So they are not cement. Anyways, but Sakina, let's bring it to home and everything. There's this notion out there that if kids are not singing your song, then your song is not a hit song. What do you say to this? Because everybody feels like, oh, everybody must be able to sing the song. That means a kid crash should be able to jam to this song. So let me give a classic example. When Black Sheriff's song with Burna Boy it came out, I went to do a donation somewhere, and there was a kid who was like literally rapping the song word for word. At that point, would you consider that song to be a hit song or a big song?
Not necessarily because there's a young person singing it, no. But in the world of Ghana, I do believe, or not even the world of Ghana, the world of Africa, because we've gone through a lot of countries, me and my team, and we've seen the same thing. When the streets are singing your song, it's a rap. Because the reason I say it's a rap is because of the fact that they take it home. Whether they're downloading it and streaming it for free, they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until their area code is sick of that sound. Then it transcends. And what I have seen, especially in the Ghanaian community where we have music here, that it does that and it's so sick. The UK and Europe are like, what is that? And they want a piece of it. So when people actually bang the chime so hard in Ghana about the music, out there they're listening. But when Ghana's quiet about it, they don't pay attention. So to me, it's not necessarily the age of who's singing it and who's bringing it home, but if people are bringing it home and they're shouting that name, it goes far. And I don't mean to add controversy to this, but the world of Shatta Wale, whether you like him or you hate him, there are certain communities in Ghana that love that man's name. Whether he does something bad or good, they love him.
Stand by him.
Yes, and that's because he has remained faithful to them. So in turn, they feel that they owe their life to him. And I give kudos to that, but outside, they are also talking Shatta Wale's name. Not just outside of Ghana, but in Africa and certain European countries, they talk about him. Whether it's you love him or hate him, like Marmite or like Tuozafi or not, whether you like him or hate him, you're going to talk about him. So if you're talking about him, it's also publicity. It's also something. But I say it to say that whatever you do in your music game, you don't have to say, oh, I'm going to hit this particular consumer. It's good to have a mind to know this is going to be your consumer. But don't have blinkers on and don't shut your eyes to the rest of the world and the other consumers and other age groups. But definitely home it into your hometown. One thing I have seen as well is where our artists in Ghana have made their songs pop and trend in the European circle and American circle, and they forgot about Ghana. Out there, they also say, we don't want you back, go back. They actually slate them because outside, they are very much into the native, the culture, and everybody wants a piece of Africa. So if everybody can get a piece of Africa, get a piece of Africa because everybody else wants it outside. But they are so much in love with Africa that if Africans are disowning their own Africa, they're telling Africans, myself, go back home, we don't want you. So if an African in Africa is embodying their own town and their home, and they're giving back to their own town and their home with their music or their skills, etc., out there, it also brings a harder name. So I don't say if that's what it's whatever's in your plan. If you want to hit the outside world, that also works. And I will also say as well, education can be free, and education you can also pay for it. But if you're smart and you've got gumption, you will tune into shows like this. You will hit up with the godfathers of the industry and take a small gumption of their time to hear, because there's a lot of truth and a lot of skill that they're bringing to the table. But if you're just sitting there going, oh, I just want to hear from certain people, you're going to miss it and you won't get the opportunity to get that drive, because marketing, like Edem said, can be free. It really can, but you've also got to know how to play with those tools and who you need to have in your circle that can also work it. Because not every boy is going to know what they're doing, but you've also got to pay to get some things as well, but knowing that. But I ain't going to say no more about that. But at the same point, use what's in your local market because everybody has it. In Ghana, that one I can testify to.
Is the popularity of an artist contributing to how popular your song becomes? Or how big your song becomes?
It plays a role, because at the end of it, it's a numbers game. So if an artist is popular, it means he has the numbers. So clearly, when he releases a song, there are a lot of eyeballs on the song. So it plays a role. So when the song is a good song and you have a lot of eyeballs, it means that those people will become the ambassadors for you. So, I mean, the number of audience share you command is very critical in having a hit song, and that is important. That is why, I mean, we say there are some up-and-coming artists, underground artists, who have even better songs than some top artists. However,
they say it's called emerging artists.
Yes. That's why I didn't want to do that.
And then there was this one that happened in Nigeria. Oh, they said what? There was something that happened. When I remember, I'll tell you. But there was something that happened in Nigeria.
The emerging artists, because maybe they do not have that kind of command, they may have some good songs, but that song will not be able to, see the light of day or get a needed attention. So popularity is important in music. It's a numbers game.
All right. Now, Uncle Fred, if you're looking at a young actor right now who is really looking to break out with a song, would you advise them to, let's say, feature someone who is already big in the industry?
No, not on your first album, no.
Not on your first album. Why?
Not on your first song. No, your first song, you need to appeal to the people for them to accept you. Now,
but what if my first song doesn't go well?
No, please, I beg you. It's an experiment that I've, really, it's really caught on with me. I've experimented it. I've experienced it. What do I say? You are coming out for the first time. Your name has to be at the forefront. Okay, so you are featuring the person. If you are not lucky, you let the person sing that song. It will resonate with them. There's a certain artist, I want to mention his name first. He sounded like someone. And he will release a song that time, those that were buying CDs. The other person will release the same song. I'll tell you about those people when we finish. Because the voice were similar, and similar is not the same. Some people go make people way latest, Meanwhile, it was that guy who did it.
It's like I've seen them.
Yeah, you have, but because of that, I don't want the bloggers to go and go say, Freddie man, they say, I don't believe that. You understand? So when you are coming to my studio, I want you to project yourself first. Because now, the more, in terms of the time that any DJ can even play your music is 2 minutes something. So if you are not careful, and you feature that guy, somewhere around 2 minutes 30 something, Charlie, your song will drop.
You'll be shadowed.
You will be shadowed.
Yeah.
So I prefer you to make your name popular. 1 or 2 or 3 songs, and then you bring somebody in, but not on your first. No, on your first, no. Please don't do that one.
Wow, I really like that. Today has been very exciting.
And
okay,
touching on that, you know, like we have the primacy effect and the latency effect. Normally,
today they've taken us to school.
and so the primacy effect is first impression.
Yeah.
That's why I say first impression is very important. So like, you come first with somebody, then you create that first impression. And if you are not able to live by that billing, you might drop out.
Even the time that you want to even shoot the video, that person might not come. You see, people play on emotions. Oh yeah, I want to just write down. Sometimes they get to the studio. Oh Charlie, when you hear me, I just want to write down. But when the song hits and you ask him to come for the video, you tell Charlie, you have to give him money.
Because Charlie,
but some are very lucky, they're able to write on the part.
Yeah, because you see, I'm looking at it as Charlie. We are in a very system Maya shit. So in my first song, at least I want to cash out small. So if I have the opportunity to say feature Sakina, and Sakina is big, and she's going to give me that traction I need, why not partner with her?
You need to come with a plan.
Yes, you need to. Dare I say, even if you feature a popular artist who's more popular than you, just because, like you said, you want to cash out, if you have not done your homework properly, you will not cash out, but that artist will. Because there's systems in the background that sends the money to certain people.
Okay.
You may be new. So you're new, you don't know. So you'll release it. Okay, release it. You're making my pocket fat. Thank you. But you didn't get Till. Okay, that's up to you.
Today Till has
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I really love the conversation that's going on in here. What qualifies a hit song? Some of you are sitting there thinking, oh, the hook was a hook, no, was it hooking me? But sometimes the hook is not the thing. Sometimes it's the artist. Because I'm looking at, you know, when I spoke about the popular acts, right? I'm looking at 2 songs, and yes, I'm going to mention them anyway. So I'm looking at King Promise's Terminator, and I'm looking at Stonebwoy's Manoji. King Promise, Terminator, Stonebwoy, Manoji featuring Angelique Kidjo. Now, a lot of people are looking at, oh, Angelique Kidjo, she's such a legend, so they'll love it. But also, King Promise's song was a very good banger, so they love it. Me, I love King Promise's song because of the dance challenge that came with it, which will feed into marketing. But I love Manoji because of the feature of Angelique Kidjo, who I see as like a legend in Africa. So anything she drops, me Angelique Kidjo, oh yeah, Krano Gusiri so I'm a top. So you see, it is that appeal for her. And I'm sure most people also felt that way when it came to Stonebwoy and her, which is why I was asking about the popularity of the artist as well. Because if you're popular, then everybody will jump onto the song.
But you have to know the journey of Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
I gave Stonebwoy the first platform to perform live at Roxon's Place on the 9th of September 2009. Myself, KOD, Panji. Yeah. Stonebwoy was just wearing, green one from bandana. Oh, boss, Charlie at the beg. That time he had that kind of, Recently, when we met at I took a picture with him. He was riding on Samini.
Yeah.
But now he has passed certain stage that he know to go a level higher, a notch higher. And he thought that, okay, looking at where he comes from, Volta region, and that of Benin, they also have similar language. The best person on the planet
is Angelique Kidjo.
And Angelique Kidjo also studied
Stonebwoy for a long time.
Tell my son, just come and let's hook up. And
wow. And it goes back to what you're saying. You must have a plan.
And it took about 4 years before that song came out.
Yes.
When they have recorded.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't feel maybe the rhythm here. So
he was looking for a certain intro. So he told the Gazi.
Yeah.
He called him
Beatsmaster Gazi.
Play some horns for me. He sends him some horn. I said, no. You see, at times you can get the feeling. He said, no, this is not the horn. So one day he was there and he sent him a horn. He said, this is the horn I'm looking for.
I'm telling you, that horn lives in my head.
That song should have been on his Anloga Junction.
Yeah. He mentioned it last time.
But because that horn he felt in the song wasn't ready.
But you see, it goes to feed into like timing. Because if you don't get a timing right, look at we were talking about it earlier. Patapaya's one corner.
Yeah, one corner. I mean, the timing they were celebrating, it was a Kwambo festival in Aguna Swedru. And during that time, a lot of media go there. He got a lot of end media. And the people were jamming to the one corner song with the antics. People were running under cars. People were and social media and traditional media were buzzing with all those things. And that end media gave that song, it gave it everything. And it was everywhere. South Africa, I remember in 2018 or so, it was my birthday, so I went to a club in Johannesburg. They dropped the song. Oh, Charlie, they dropped the song. Come see that. So I even took videos and sent it to them.
Wow.
People were running away hey, some Nigerians.
Anyway, you see, sometimes it's beautiful when you're out of Ghana and then you are expecting like, you know, you are not expecting that way. You're not expecting people to know some particular song and then it's very big. Now let me give you this story. I was in Nairobi. I was living in Nairobi at some point in time in my life, and I walked into a club, and these guys were singing, "My baby give me vim," Magnums, "My baby give me vim." Anything I do, she give me vim. At that point in time when it was that big there, it was not that big in Ghana.
Wow.
So I was asking myself, like, what is happening to this song for it to be that big? And they were rapping Joey B's lines like, so I asked them, do you even understand what you are singing? They're like, we don't understand. We don't care to understand. It's just a good vibe. So you see, how much does a vibe, right, also feed into, and I feel like that will be our last pointer for today. We've had a very extensive conversation about it, and thanks to you guys, man. You guys have made it very good. But how much does a vibe also feed into this whole thing of the song becoming a hit? Because let me give you an example. If you look at our Ghans, they have a certain vibe and a certain culture. So if you want your song to be big here in Accra or in the Ghana communities, it must fit a certain vibe.
Like the JJJ.
Hey, you. If you go to the Kumasi, they also started this whole movement of the drill music, right? So it must fit a certain way. If it's not that way, then people are not really. So how much does a vibe also contribute to your song becoming a hit? And anybody can take it, actually.
I mean, it's like a certain sort of energy. And that's what energy they feed in. So if you have a song fitting that setting, it becomes easy for it to go because like in Ghana, you know, like alternative music, it's not our thing. So if maybe you want to be mainstream and you are riding on that line, it becomes difficult. So as soon as you get into our energy, which is our vibe, clearly you get noticed. So I mean, it's about the energies of the people and how you can ride on that energy to get to them. Because in marketing, there's a market. There are segmentations of the market. And every segmentation you want to hit, you need to ensure the product is packaged in a certain way that segmentation will have. So target audience and their demand, give it to them. And you're good to go.
Beautiful. I love that. Sakina, anything you want to add with that? I mean, this will be our final one before we leave.
You said it. Pepe. Serious.
It's on one JJJ. Anyways, Uncle Fred, anything you want to give to?
I aside with what Adam just said. Yes. Because you come to the Ghana community, they like fast-paced songs. Small lyrics, more rhythm with their gourmet inside. Once you have those kind of ingredients, definitely you enjoy the meal. That's right. So, all right. These are some of the elements that.
And I mean, when you talk about this whole energy and everything, maybe look at South Africa. Amapiano. Right now, if your song doesn't have the Amapiano vibe, that means it won't be a hit. So yeah. And I also remember at a point in time, not all the rappers though, but our rappers actually moved from pure rap into Azonto.
But if we're able to curate our music, the Amapiano, this thing should have gone to Apietus. Mujebaya. That was the same kind of rhythm.
But also, I mean, how is it that song if it also became a hit? We didn't understand what you were saying, but it was a vibe. So you see, we're also talking about vibe. So as an artist, as a young creative, if you're watching us, or a young musician, if you're watching us today, just know, get your lyrics right, get your marketing right, understand the vibe, know the timing. Because you see, I always say this, you want your song to be big, but you're releasing it the same day that, say, a Stone Boy is releasing a song, or a Kitty is releasing a song, but you've not been in the industry for 5 to 10 years, you know, for sure it is going to be swallowed. You get?
I say because
Why?
sometimes if you are smart or you've got smart people in your team, you will take the keys of what that, for instance, let's say Kiddie perspective. There might be a Lomo Lomo he's put on there. There's certain tags that he's added to his music. You just need to take 1 or 2, you add it into yours. You're getting that. That's what happened with Kanye's song and Burner. Yay.
Yeah. Actually, when you said that was the first thing that came to mind.
That is it. That is the mechanics of some of the basics. So you just gotta be a bit of gumption upstairs.
So also, if you're going to release, so let me say it this way: if you're going to release your song when a big artist is going to be on, be smart about it as well, because it's very important.
Algorithms at play.
Yeah, algorithms at play, and also, like Sakina said, go to these legends in the industry. I'm sure, Freddie, your doors are open if somebody wants to come get some lessons, some knowledge on how they can actually
Consultancy fee
small consultancy fee, you know, kakra, which are kakra. But yeah,
as assassin, say me to assassin, they come on. Manso kakri, manso kakri. Small consultancy.
You see, and also you can also get to engage with people like Adam. You know, he's always there. I mean, he's a PR expert too, masters in PR.
Solid.
You know, be joke. And also, Sakina is there. Her doors are always open. But don't slide into the DM because you want to. No.
It'll be blocked.
If you are sliding into the DM, slide into the DM for work reasons.
Yes,
don't slide into the DM because I know somebody is. I bet you by the time we'll be done with this, somebody will be in your DM.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Uncle Fred. Thank you very much, Sakina. Thank you very much, Adam. That was such a beautiful conversation we just had there. What are the qualities of a hit song? I'm sure you should actually get this segment of the show, watch it, put it as a Nini, and then, you know, as a podcast that you'll be able to enjoy it as well. But hey, guys, before we go, last one before we go. Do you think Ghanaians hate Amare?
No, I think we don't. I don't know whether she spoke out of emotions.
I mean, he shouldn't allow certain things. I mean, I was really disappointed seeing that.
Maybe
the only challenge I've seen him had openly is with the TGMA. He said for 3 times he's tried with his own resources.
Probably that's what's contributing to her thinking that way.
Yeah,
but we don't hate her. And I don't know some of the responses he received on some of his photos and videos in the DM. Maybe some Ghanaians can come at you and say, hey, we are Ghanaians, we don't dress this way. But some of these things are all over the place.
Okay, Adam, just hold it. Let's hear what Amare actually had to say, because we have the video insert for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy it. And we'll talk about it briefly. I know Director is in my ears, but Director, briefly before we go.
And I think back to Ghana, there were naysayers who were like, you're never going to jump out onto the global stage. We're not going to see it. What are you doing? And I'm wondering, because you proved them wrong, I'm wondering if that was a motivator for you, or it was just something that was said along the way and you happened to prove them wrong. Was it a specific motivation?
Oh, it was an absolute motivator. I don't think that I've seen anyone get as much hatred from their home country as I have, which is, it's unfortunate, and I think that it also does have a lot to do with me being a woman, and then being a woman that's so bold and so expressive. I think that it kind of shocked people and it scared them, because then real conversations about our community need to happen, and real conversations about, you know, just the way that women are viewed and are allowed to express themselves. You don't have to conform. You don't have to fall into any boxes. You can absolutely pave whatever path you want. You just have to stick to it. You have to grind it out. You have to grit, and, you know, and just...
Yeah, so Amare says because she's a woman and she's outspoken, we do not love her. And she has not received as much hatred.
The thing broke my heart.
It broke your heart? I mean, I was pretty sad when I saw it.
You can't, based on one issue that you've encountered, to discount the whole Ghanaians that we hate. I don't hate you. No.
Yeah.
So you should rephrase.
I would say though that in her earlier years, we didn't look at her as Ghanaians. Okay. So that's where she's coming from in terms of talking about Ghanaians didn't like her, because she's there. She's been there for a very long time. But Ghanaians didn't say, she's Ghanaian. because she didn't
The
put
kind of
herself
music
out like that. It's
she
very
does.
similar to
Like
how
what you're saying.
Libyanka is with Cameroon. Cameroon doesn't really associate her as being a Cameroonian. They see her as an outsider. Ghanaians initially with Amy also saw her as an outsider. They didn't see her as Ghanaian. A lot of people didn't even know she was even Ghanaian.
Yeah.
She had to keep on saying it and they were like, oh, whatever. So that hatred was there kind of thing, but I wouldn't say it's hatred. It was just a disowning.
Yeah, we don't know
We
you.
didn't know.
Make
She
us
didn't
know you.
educate.
Maybe we are not feeling.
Yeah.
You see, like, nobody, one of my lectures will tell you, like, nobody owns you that right to love your products. You need to make them love the
Yeah.
products. You understand? So, I mean, for you to, it was too hard. I don't know the messages he has received in her DMs.
The messages were appalling. I will
Yeah,
not lie.
Yes,
They
but
were appalling.
regardless, maybe it will be as a result of maybe people see him dressed in a certain way, and the people hear her talk about the fact that she's from here, and those people go like, maybe Ghanaians we don't dress this way. I mean, cultures in various societies.
but I
I'm
mean,
coming.
yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Let me. If I don't know,
Yeah.
you'll not get it. I mean, there are people who always want to hold their culture, tradition in high esteem. And if they see you associate
Deviating.
yourself with them and maybe you are deviating, they will come at you. But that does not mean, I was in Russia. I went to an study at Russia Today in 2018. They are English state media. Now we were interacting with some of the journalists there, females. One of the female anchors said that anytime she's on TV moderating a show involving men, her weakness is that even when the men are not being truthful, she's not able to be aggressive on them. Why? She said that in their Russian culture, a lady is not supposed to be aggressive at men. So that culture eats her up on the show that she cannot even say, you are not telling the truth. She's not able to. So like culture, America where she lives, there are some elements of culture you cannot go beyond. So she should understand that, yes, you may meet some of these things, but it doesn't mean that everybody in the country thinks that way.
No. But you see, Adam, I also, and this is where I'll disagree with you. But
No, what
anyway,
I'm saying is that
let
it
me-
doesn't mean everybody
No,
thinks
no,
that
no.
way.
But
No,
you
no,
see,
no.
what I'm also trying to say is, she's coming from a certain culture.
Yeah.
The way she dresses is
It's
in
acceptable in
relation
that
to
culture.
that culture.
Yeah,
And it's
so
relax.
don't believe
Relax.
that everybody here will
Relax.
accept.
Yes, but then again, it also doesn't guarantee anybody in Ghana
To
to
go
go
and-
at her.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So nobody should
I
go
mean-
insult her for the way she dresses. That's it.
But you know, she did that. She did us a disservice by not telling us what it is, where that hate is coming from, so that we will be able to address it well. So what she's done to us is she's leaving us to assume.
Okay, we'll
And
invite
I
her
don't
to the
think
chat.
it's good for the image
We'll
of
invite
our
her to the
country.
chat.
Let us know what they did so that we can address it. If
I
we
mean,
have to
for 3
go-
times she has wanted to perform at the VGMAs and TGMAs, and we've not even given
Technical
her. It's okay. You ladies.
this time, she herself at a point decided to pull out.
The rider was too much for.
But TGMAs or VGMAs is the biggest
They are
award
working with a
ceremony
certain
in Ghana.
budget. They are working
They
with
are.
a certain budget. It's an award show. It's not your show. It's an award show. You are supposed to perform
She's-
for
and
certain
if you
things. So-
read what she wrote, she's always looking for an opportunity to like launch her music.
Oh,
read
one
it.
thing.
Go and read her. Oh, read what she wrote. She said she's always looking for an opportunity to make Ghanaians feel
I didn't find
what,
challenge.
she's doing out there.
She
Yes.
has no. She has a standard. She cannot. She's a global icon. She cannot drop her standard. So if you are you telling me that if you are bringing relax, are you telling me that if you are bringing Jay-Z to come and perform,
His rider's too big.
his rider is too big?
No, I think on
No.
what she wrote, she didn't spell out every detail.
But does she need to?
And
She
the,
doesn't
and,
need to
and,
spell it
and the
out.
scheme too also didn't come out. I mean, people are.
I'm coming. Let me give you a classic example. Let's see Stonebwoy's performance at the
TGM.
TGMAs this year.
Yeah.
I don't think that will be a small rider, but Stonebwoy actually had to also put in a lot
Yeah.
to make sure it works.
Yeah.
So if you really want the person to do it, because Stonebwoy is such a big brand,
But
he
I'm coming.
has. So what I'm saying is,
you have privy to what
Not
happened
to-
between both parties.
no, but they are
to
saying
be
her
able to
rider.
arrive.
No,
who
tell
is
it.
saying?
No, but both parties are saying that her rider was too
People
much.
are
Both parties have agreed that her rider was too much.
Officially.
Yeah.
Officially.
Okay, it's okay. You know, we need to go for a break. Adam, yeah. Adam. Anyways, thank you very much, Uncle Fred. Thank you very much, Akira. Thank you very much. Adam. We'll go for a quick commercial. We'll be right back.